dragons and a spire of light that drove them off.
Do you think we can defeat them? Do you really believe we can reclaim our world?
Maybe, but there may be just too much that even time cannot erase.
What the world has taken away from you, Jormag's blessings will return.
Too much has been forgotten.
You've been holding out on me, Commander. Tried for years to get a peek at these archives.
Priory rules. Nothing personal.
If you need me, I'll be drowning my jealousy in these tomes.
We'll have plenty of time to browse later. The books aren't going anywhere. Farah, however...
Gix said an archivist, Sistina, would show us to Farah Station. Let's start there.
Welcome. Gix said to expect you. Sistina, Farah's mentee. I'm holding down the fort while she's... Honestly, I have no idea what she's doing, or where she is. Nobody does. It's very unlike her.
Gix said the same. She doesn't seem the type to just run off.
Even her research station looks like she abandoned it mid-thought. Here, come see for yourselves. Farah's been spearheading our Titan research efforts, gathering notes on history, biology, etc. Hoping to find some sort of exploitable weaknesses of interest to you three, I'm sure.
You have no idea.
As is Farah's well-being.
I can empathize with why she'd feel so invested.
May your knowledge flourish.
Obsessed, more like. Your last encounter with that third Titan, Ura, sent Farah down an absolute rabbit hole. I've known her to get absorbed in her work, but this time, she was a woman possessed. Leading up to her disappearance, she was buried under tomes at her station all hours of the day. I wondered if she might be sleeping there. And then she was gone. Here we are.
Buried under tomes. You weren't kidding.
I've been trying to sort through it all. Thought maybe there'd be some clue in her research as to where she went. But, as you can see, it's a daunting job for one person.
We'll take it from here. Let you know if we find anything.
Anything of note, Commander?
Well, yes, though it probably doesn't help our search much. It's some notes and first-hand accounts by the Coden. And us. Suppose the Ward would keep the Priory informed. The Coden accounts seem aligned with ours. Spawn Titans led by progenitors, strange communication methods, bloodstone thirst.
Probably doesn't help our search, but it's good info. Let's take note, but keep looking. You look focused, Commander. Find something?
Maybe. It's about the Titans and their environments. Kaith has her own section in this one.
Oh,
You're talking about Greer's effect on the swamp ecosystem. One of the lowlanders made similar comments.
don't even remind me of that putrid place. This must be from when I was speaking with the tree tenders. What else?
Mentions the Titans merging with their environments, and that Ura's steam walls might be a clue to her location.
Now we're getting somewhere. Where there's steam, there's...
A geyser, perhaps?
Farah seems to think so. She suggests Mount Balrior.
What are we waiting for?
Before we go chasing geysers up and down the aisles, let's be sure there's nothing more to see here.
I'm coming up empty. How about you two?
Same, I'm afraid. Commander?
Sistina was right about Farah becoming obsessed with this research. Her journals say she was running a side project on the Mist's tide storms and their connection to the Titans.
I can see why she'd think the two connected. How, I'm not so certain.
Neither was she. She wonders if the storm's energy amplifies Bloodstone, drawing the Titans to its power.
Would explain their fixation on it.
She's still not sure what the energy is, or if the Titans influence the storms as they do other environments. At least, not where the journals leave off.
Maybe she found a lead and rushed off to test it, confer with someone, panic.
Hopefully not the last, or we may need to do the same. That scrawling looked rather frantic. Should we be alarmed?
She's in Janthir Sentry. Found something in her research, then left in the middle of the night. Doesn't say what.
Did she give an exact location?
No, but the area near Mount Balrior still seems like our best bet.
Let's tell Sistina what we know, then move out.
Another personal victory.
Too much has been forgotten.
Greetings and salutations. Truth and knowledge are two different things.
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
I do most of my research at the pub.
You found something.
Interesting news?
Farah's Janthir Sintry thinks she made a breakthrough in her research.
What is it?
That we're not sure of. But she's been stitching together all sorts of threads regarding the Titans' behavior. Particularly their relation to Bloodstone and Mist's hides. She also thinks Ura is hiding in a geyser-heavy area.
For all we know, she could be out there trying to track Ura down herself.
What is she thinking? Going to those isles alone and not telling anyone? Sanctioned fieldwork is one thing, but this is a death wish.
We should be able to extract her without much issue, provided she hasn't done anything too rash.
Everything about this is rash. Go, find her, and extract some foolishness from her while you're at it.
We'll do what we can. Best we get going.
Meet you there, Commander. We'll notify the Alliance and let the Lowland Council know to expect us.
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
I do most of my research at the pub.
May your knowledge flourish.
Another personal victory.
dragon came to me in a dream.
Sweet, sweet loot.
Pokey, this is a surprise. You seem in good spirits.
When we told the Lowland Council our plans, he jumped at the chance to help.
Better to put myself to use than mope around. Plus, it's one less worry for my paw. Got plenty enough of that. Get to it, shall we? So, this Farah, she's a researcher, and kin to our Malice, yes?
Well, she was Flame Legion originally. So more like what a Northern Coden is to a Lowlander.
Ah, a long-lost cousin.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Lost, at the very least.
What's that ahead?
Seems they're timetables of storm patterns. And they match Farah's writing from the looks of it.
Unless the field sprouted notes of its own. I take it we're on the right track.
Time to do some real damage.
More pages ahead.
Carrying needed supplies on foot is heavy enough. Who drags along their weight in paperwork?
A researcher, obsessed. Huh. Interesting.
Titan spawn! We're surrounded! Weapons ready!
Can't finish a damn thought without these things interrupting.
Time to do some real damage.
That's all of them.
As I was saying, they're field notes on spawn emitting steam and sulfur, characteristic of Ura.
Aligns with Farah's work. If she's documented them, I'd suppose she's met them. But is she equipped to defend herself?
It's rare a Priory scholar is also skilled in combat. I'm an exception.
Best we get to her before any more spawn do.
On me! Farah? Hold on, we're almost there. I can't watch!
Time to do some real damage.
Should be all of them. Are you hurt, Farah?
I'm fine. It's my study that's ruined. You killed my specimens.
You were cornered. What was your exit plan? Paper cut them to death?
It's called observation. Just because you see something doesn't mean you have to kill it, you know.
Force of habit.
Regardless, going in these wilds alone is a fool's move. As is not telling anyone you're here.
Gix was so concerned he asked us to track you down. And Sestina is worried sick.
Worried wyverns, those two.
Figured I'd be back before they noticed. Guess it has been a few days. Well, since you're here, I've got a job you might like. Puts all that aggression to use. Follow me.
What's this job, exactly?
Testing a theory. So, those spawn I was observing, I'm certain they're Urus. But for now, take a look around. We're not far from the sulfur baths, but notice the difference?
Smells less like a rotten egg in a smelting oven.
True, the air is fresher and clearer. Don't see any steam, do you?
Nothing to cloud up the sun. You've been charting weather patterns here. Why?
To keep track of him. I've been watching him since I arrived. Each day, he ventures further out, expanding his territory. But the moment the rain clears, he scurries back to the baths.
You've been studying the storms. Your notes said they seem to bolster the Titan's power.
Appreciate you keeping up on my work. Now you can help me test that very theory. And better we do so with the spawn before we face its progenitor. He's large enough to approximate Ura, physically and biologically. But he's weaker. We learn him, we learn Ura.
We came to rescue her from danger, and here she is, ready to toss us right into it.
But she does have a point. If we're going to kill Ura, we need our strategy set beforehand.
Knew you'd see reason. You get ready. I'll get in place for observation. Scale of 1 to 10. Do you add any changes in him? Weaker attacks? Loss of stamina?
He's putting up less resistance.
These hits aren't landing as hard.
Seems he's losing stamina.
Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Time to do some real damage.
This is going right to the Priory Library for display.
How are you so cheery about all of this? Doesn't it piss you off? What these things did to us? To everyone?
They're fascinating beings. Powerful, mysterious, on a scale all their own, and perfectly indifferent to us. What use is moral outrage toward creatures with no concept of morals?
That does certainly put it into perspective.
Maybe. It makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense.
Well, I'd say the weather made an obvious difference in the spawn's strength.
So if we can confront Ura during a break in the storm, we may have a chance.
We still need to scope out her lair.
I've noticed a high concentration of Titan spawn at the base of Mount Balrior since I arrived.
Then there's a good chance Ura is hiding at the top and having her spawn guard the place. We may have some luck on the timing of this. Before we left, I caught word of a storm report from the ward. They're predicting a break in the storms within the next few days. If they're right, we'll need to act fast.
Let's aim for the day after tomorrow, but no later. That'll give us time to prep and get word out.
Malice and I will head to Lion's Arch and inform the Alliance.
I'll go tell Pa. You'll want time to call a council meeting.
That leaves the Astral Ward. I'll make my way to the tower now. Empty in here.
I had to act! My people were in danger. I couldn't abandon them again.
Irony so rich I could gild the tesserae with it. We're in the middle of something. Are you oblivious or just dense?
It's me.
Oh, thank the stars. Quickly. I can't stand it any longer. They've been arguing for days. Literal days.
I'm trying to have a discussion. But it's off derailed by my interlocutor's perpetual outbursts.
A discussion? That's what you called that tirade of yours earlier? Think they heard you in the Shiver Peaks.
Go address the room. If you don't have a report, make something up. Before they get a second wind.
Fortunately, I have some news. We located Farah, the missing researcher, in Janther Sintry. She was conducting some extracurricular studies on Ura's spawn and the bolstering effects of the mist's tides. While there, she volunteered us to test this theory by battling one of Ura's greater spawn. And sure enough, as soon as the storm cleared, the spawn weakened significantly.
See, Ren? Those storms are off. You don't need to be from the Isles to sense that.
I've been on that train of thought from the start. Why do you think I had the Ward tracking them in the first place?
Malice told us your predictions for the storms breaking these next couple days. We can use that to our advantage. We'll use today and tomorrow to get our preparations in order. The following day, we'll strike. That's the plan.
So it is. I'll call together a meeting to inform the Ward. We'll return to our discussion later.
Don't rush on our accounts. Finally. Thought we'd never get a moment's peace. Not with that old gas bag here.
Sorry you got caught in the middle of this. Years of pent-up rage just waiting to be unleashed on me. Now we get to witness it in real time.
The battle should keep him occupied for a while.
Us too. I should get back to Harvest Den. Need to help Alder with preparations.
Perfect. I'm excited to finally see it. You can catch me up along the way.
At least let me give you the obligatory, you don't have to come if you don't want to.
Noted. And ignored.
Well, that's settled. Wayfinder, you keep an eye out for mail. You should be receiving something from Alder soon.
Is it just me, or am I amazing? Mine. All mine.
The feline companions of the Lowlanders. What do they call them?
Journeykin. I heard that one attacked a scouting party. The one I met was quite darling.
They're cute, but I'm also getting some strange readings. Nothing bad, just odd. As a species, they seem to possess some type of magic. I don't know how that magic manifests, but the vision crystal in my pocket nearly popped when I got close to one. So I looked into it. And you know which creature has a similar magical composition? The Warclaw.
Wait, no. Truly? From the Mist's battles?
Yes, and we know that Warclaws are bound by potent souls. What if these creatures are their origin?
I could outrun a centaur.
Oh, Wayfinder. I see you got Pa's invitation. Between us, he gets a bit sappy about that sort of thing. Though, I suppose the Battle's Eve feast isn't exactly a joyous occasion. More of a precautionary goodbye. But, well, we shan't. Still plenty of fun to be had. Although your Alliance pals look to be having none of it.
Aside from me, Kaith, and Malice, they don't know the Lowlanders very well yet.
Shall I introduce them? Pressure them to mingle? If all else fails, some honey wine should do the trick.
Appreciated, but you just enjoy the festivities. I'll see if I can loosen them up. Seems like you don't know what to do with yourselves.
This place is a bit rougher around the edges than Her Majesty's royal court. Although, I don't mind the change of pace.
The Lowlanders may look intimidating, but appearances can be deceiving. And they could say the same about some of us.
Yeah, I wouldn't characterize it that way.
How about I introduce you to a few of the council members? Might help break the ice. For starters, Queen Jenna. There's someone you might like to meet. Ah, I suppose Anise was present for the grand reveal. Aurora, I'd like you to meet a colleague and friend of mine, Queen Jenna of Kryta.
Your Majesty. Well, this is an honor.
Dagonet. I know someone you'll have plenty to chat about with.
I'm eager to make their acquaintance.
Dagonet, meet Soaring Crest, agriculture master, expert in Janthir's ecosystem and plant life.
Most things, I've still much to learn of your people.
Then we're one and the same. Let's fix that.
And finally, Anise. I know just the person for you.
About time. The suspense was killing me.
Countess, meet Barbed Veil, Spearmaster. I pity any who find themselves on the wrong end of her spear.
Are you speaking from experience, Commander?
The sparring match is soon to start. Who dares face our Spearmaster in this test of might?
How about you? Think you could take Barbed Veil one-on-one?
Apologies. The eve before battle leaves them restless, sparks nerves. They hide them with spears and boasting.
I don't know that I'd be the best sparring partner, but I think I have just the match. Commander.
Go get him, Commander!
How can I ever repay you for this, Anise?
Go, Father, go. Damn!
Exceptional, Wayfinder. You face me one-on-one and live to boast. You've earned that right, and my respect. The strangers should fear the fate that tomorrow promises them.
Deft work out there, Wayfinder. Nothing like sparring to shake the pre-battle jitters. Me? Well, I'd rather dance them away. The eve of battle always wreaks havoc on my nerves.
Well, battle is plenty of cause for nervousness. If you stop feeling nervous, that's when you should be concerned.
Wise you are, Wayfinder. Speaking of calming the nerves, the Rite of the Warrior dance is starting up. Join the dance circle. Make the others jealous with your swan-like moves.
The Rite of the Warrior dance commences. Who shall be first to thaw our dance circle? Perhaps a visitor. Wayfinder, you impress us with your sparring moves. Have you the dance moves to match?
You bet the Wayfinder does. Don't fret. I'll join you.
Gather round, fan our flames. Think of them. That's it. A dance on battle's eve loosens muscles and inhibitions. A fine tradition. Draw your bearkin near. Whether you set off to battle or stay back to hold down the fort, we dance in camaraderie. Yes, fear not tomorrow, no. Oh, what a crowd. Let Ashmakers tell of this battle scene for ages to come. Thank you. Thank you all.
Gathered here we are. Remember. No. Makes it sound like a funeral pyre. Wayfinder.
They'll appreciate your message, whatever wording you settle on.
Your assurance is appreciated. Although, I wish the message were one I needn't deliver.
I understand.
Never gets easier. Although, truth be told, I wouldn't want it to. I've some prepared remarks. Keep them brief, I shall, lest the rumble of your stomachs drown out my words. But first, I shall offer the floor to our visitors. If you've your own words to air, please, come forth.
I didn't come with a prepared speech, but as the leader of the Astral Ward and a vanguard of the Tyrian Alliance...
Huh. Now he's a vanguard? What happened to the triviality of Tyrian politics?
I'm sure the muse will strike. The foes before us may seem marvels, born of worlds unknown. Let me assure you, they are nothing new. Past millennia watched the Titans rise to power, only to be buried by history's indifferent debris. Tomorrow, we shall damn them to that same insignificant fate. Will they appear again in a future distant from our own? Who knows? Instead, we must remember life's true constant. The struggle for survival. Incessant, ruthless, natural. It is that very force your tribe reveres that powers life. So fear not these crude beasts. No, fear repose. Fear a life so catatonic it makes risking death feel like living. I find it all rather freeing. Don't you?
For a minute there, I thought he had it. But then he kept talking.
Still not the worst pep talk he's given.
Our guest speech may seem disquieting, as is war, a thief of solace, and most cruelly, hope. Far too many of us know this firsthand. So I share with you a poem from moons long past. It has seen me to brighter shores. May it do you that same kindness. As we march toward peril's hearth, our kinfolk at our sides, each step, perhaps, could be our last, or first, toward kinder skies. Our spears will dawn, and fight till dawn, to guard the grounds we've stood, but won't have won till battle's done, and stays that way for good, and stays that way for good. That sentiment I find freeing. Until we see such times, we march, bare kin and allied friends, to guard our grounds against a foe most wicked. What they have in strength, they lack in respect for one another. We have both, and some damn good spears.
That was a very compelling speech, Elder.
They always seem to come together at the last moment. Still, tomorrow comes too soon.
We've prepared, tested our plan of attack, celebrated the many reasons for living. It's time.
Suppose it is, Wayfinder. But for now, the eve is young, and the festivities beckon. I do advise you all to get a good night's rest. Tomorrow, we rise. Pokey, a moment. Oh, Ma's arrow. Thought she took it with her. As did I. You know, one reason holding this feast was so important to me is that I couldn't give your Ma a proper send-off. I never even got the chance to tell her goodbye. And damned if I was going to let that happen again. Pa, your Ma's intent was always to make you this arrow's keeper. She had wanted to wait till you were grown. And grown you have. From a cub adrift in daydreams to a warrior who's braved life's cruel realities. Far too soon. Wear this as a reminder that your Ma and I are forever at your heart. Soar, my arrow.
A perfect spot. You'll never find us up here. Now, tell me more about them.
For starters, I'm thankful they still want anything to do with me. I've put them through enough for a lifetime.
Well, good to get your baggage out of the way early.
Ald is doing the best he can, given the situation. He's opening up again, slowly. Patience is the least I can give him. And I'm downright impressed with Boki. He's been through so much. But instead of running, he faces things head on. I can learn from him. My legacy is running from things I need to face.
There's far more to your legacy than that. After his ascension, I became fast friends with Lear, a son of Deldrimor. He reminds me so much of you. His views on magic, the dualities of creation and destruction, and logic and emotion. I spoke of you often to him, shared your writings, and he eventually came to form the Bastion of Balance in your memory. It was then that I finally accepted that even though you were gone, your teachings would live on. Forgive me if I overshared with him. With you gone, I feared the worst. I guess it was a way to feel close to you again.
I abandon you, and you honor me. I don't deserve you.
But now you're here, and I am more whole for it, my dearest friend.
Don't tell me you're afraid to dance, Iskarin.
Afraid? Huh. I just find no comfort in the senseless flailing of limbs.
I know. You need a partner.
I'll pass. I'm flattered. Truly. But I can partake from here while remaining still and dignified.
Oh, how rude of me. The Seers didn't have dancing, did they? It's just, I always thought you were the graceful sort.
Oh, of course we had dancing. It's not like it's chronomancy. You just set your feet, sway your hips in time to the rhythm. I know what you're trying to do, and it won't work.
All right, you win. Honestly, I wish Mabon was here. Anise tells me he was the life of the party.
He was a patron of many festivities over the years. A shame you only knew him in his direst moments.
One dance, then. From Mabon?
Fine. I will humor your childish whims. And then you will leave me be?
We must scout the area. Would you and your journeykin care to help us?
Have at you!
Good, we're all here. Bad news first. A nasty storm is coming. It's blocking the reinforcements from crossing the bay, even with the lowlanders guiding them.
If that storm is headed our way, then we probably need to get moving.
Scout it ahead. There are some ruins just up the mountain. Might be a good foothold before we push on the Titans.
Anything else?
That's as far as I felt comfortable going alone. Spawn everywhere, from all three of them.
Then we push to camp and take it from there. We just don't have a lot of time. Every move needs to be deliberate.
Wait!
Vale, what are you doing here?
I'm not letting our claw climb Mount Balrior without his spearmaster.
A good warrior and even better friend. May the wind carry us.
My spear is yours, Alder.
Ready, everyone?
No time like the present.
Let us end this.
Titan spawn! A moment of relief.
There, look.
And filled with the stranger's spawn.
Come on, let's make quick work of this. Secured.
Clear sky. The mist's energy shouldn't be too severe. We'll have the upper hand.
And no bloodstone in sight. Also good.
Time is our main enemy, then. Especially if a storm's rolling in. Dagda, any idea where they are?
Close. But their energies are... separate? They're on opposite sides of the peak.
Maybe they're expecting us. Probably a trap.
Regardless, they'll learn of our presence quickly. And if they can sense when their spawn are killed, they're already preparing.
It's a little while, but I have an idea. If they split up now, so should we. We know Greer's and Decima's song and dance. We all start picking them up, while Sorrow and Dagda keep the others busy.
I like that. Work our way around the mountain. Keep them separated, kill them separated.
If the air tells me truth, Greer is to the east, Decima to the west. Harder to say, but north.
Okay, you all head to Greer like Pokey said. We know his ways. Dagda, you hold Decima in place.
When Greer is dead, be ready to move. I'll send a portal that'll bring you all straight to me and Decima.
Ready to go?
Let's move out.
Good luck.
How's everyone feeling about this?
A pinch nervous, but this is necessary.
I look ahead for days without strife, hoping they near.
Time to do some real damage.
They never relent!
One less to worry about. Let's keep moving.
There, just ahead.
Let's go.
Time to do some real damage.
You come once more to court, Death.
No more hiding, Greer.
Bravery, a trait of the ignorant. You could push us out of Sword Shadow. Let us guide you. Conditions will speed your decay.
False god fears death? Just a story to scare cubs. That's all your kind is worth.
Decima, return to the Foundry.
Are we okay? Everyone alive?
Alive? Yeah.
Right on time. Come on.
Quiet. She's just ahead. I'm certain she can smell me.
Think she's waiting for us to make the first move?
Might be. Let's make her regret that.
The ants return for a crumb of bread, unknowing what it I can smell him on you. You!
Watch for her lightning. We know how vicious she can be.
Easy, cub.
My son.
Gonna feel that one for a bit.
Dagda, Commander, I think you two should go ahead. I don't think the rest of us can push much further.
Yeah. Probably wise. Wayfinder, how is your strength? Are you okay to face Ura?
Let's go.
I will remain here and protect them while you march. I can sense sorrow and Ura ahead. Come on.
No Titan spawn.
Sorrow probably cleared the way. I hope. Sorrow. Where is Ura?
Ahead, I think. She's managed to elude me thus far. Keeps sending spawn to block my path.
Time to do some endurance running low.
Where could she...
Look, is that a piece of bloodstone?
The bloodstone is about to surge! Come to me!
You killed the gods.
Emerge, beast!
I will drag your soul to the foundry to build my kin anew.
visit them next.
I am definitely.
Spilling cosmos blood will soon not fade.
My fate. Ha!
I could outrun a centaur.
You will never threaten my people again!
Time to do some real damage.
The thread unravels. I sense celebration on your breath. Stifle it. Through the door we came through, it's wide open. The door we came through sits open. What does that mean?
I knew there had to be a catch.
We'll figure that out. But for now, she's dead. All three of them are. I'll collect the others and return them to the village. Their wounds need tending.
I'll meet you there. I want to linger behind for a moment. What did you want from us? From Tyria?
Sweet loot.
What is this? Wayfinder, welcome to the night of quiet breath. Feast before the battle, take a nap after.
Ah, my kind of party.
Come on. Everyone's resting.
That was one heck of a fight. Glad it's done.
Exhilarating, though. Not quite the same as fighting an Elder Dragon, but a battle worthy of some fable.
Thank you both for all of this. Excellent backup you were.
Oh yes, that was all you, Cup.
You're very welcome.
Anytime, kid.
Pause inside with Sorrow and the blue guy. Might want to make our way in before.
Oh no, Malice and I will wait out here and keep guard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get moving, kid. Wouldn't want to miss the show.
After this, I'm starting torpor early.
Wayfinder, never has your arrival been so gladly received. Thank you for allowing us in your home, Claw of the Lowland Coden.
The threat has passed. Now, we must heal.
I agree. And on the topic of healing, Waiting Sorrow has more to tell you.
More? Hey now, my cerulean guest. We already know she's a wizard, or whatever you want to call all that.
Little Claw, there is more to say. There's a version of the story that would take me years to explain, but I owe this to you both. Thousands of years ago, long before Or's prime, I was born of whispers, visions, and images. I was destined to become a voice of Coda, the youngest the Coden of that era had seen. My Claw, he was kind, fierce. He sat with me many a night as I acclimated to my role. We bonded, but the dragon storm raged outside our dens, and as the storm picked up, Coda's voice turned angry. My reality changed. I started losing myself. I couldn't trust the visions. They lied to me. I'm not certain it was Coda that I heard. I hated having a destiny, and I felt like a threat. So, I left.
I know this story. Sorrow came to me, and I helped her sever her tie to the mists. Coda's voice no longer burdened her.
You are the missing voice of our ancestors.
I am. And I have regretted leaving my people every day since. That's why I came here.
My people are not a balm for your wounds.
That's never how I meant it to be. I am sorry, Alder.
Air is what I need. I'll go to him. Has a habit of retreating into himself, he does. Sorrow, you are not the monster you fear.
They needed to know you did what was necessary.
Now they do.
Wayfinder, back at the Wizard's Tower when you first returned Sorrow home, you may have noticed an air of tension and the mention of Mabon.
Right. I was wondering about that.
It seems that our friend kept a few secrets under lock and key.
200 years ago, Mabon went to Bava-Nissos right after the Titans licked it clean. After the Mersat had been killed. Mabon told me he went to hide a mist gate that they kept in the gut of the city. He placed a ward over the isle. But when he died, that ward fell. All of Bava-Nissos once again exposed to the world.
I was with the Lowlanders when it happened. Even they felt their fur stand up.
Ura mentioned a door being open. Do you think?
I believe they came from the very gate that Mabon sought to hide. But even I don't know how it opened again.
If it's still open, then we need to find it and do whatever we can to shut it.
I agree, Wayfinder. Before any more Titans are forged.
Bava-Nissos is the worst of Janthir. Maybe one of the worst waypoints in Tyria's history. The situation must be contained.
I guess we're headed to Bava-Nissos then.
I will inform the Alliance.
Ready for more.
for a fleeting interaction between Mabon and I to become the focus of my thoughts, and one that happened 2 centuries past. I don't want to think of him as a liar, or ignorant.
Did he lie?
I don't know. But he certainly kept truths to himself. I was kept in shadow.
We'll find out what happened.
All shiny.
I know that was hard, but it's good that they know.
I mourn, but I can't deny the lightness. A shackle. Released. I try not to regret my decisions, Wayfinder. There was no world where I remained with the Bearkin all those years ago. My visions were violent and indistinguishable from truth. I would have hurt someone, perhaps many, and he would have never led them southward. The Bearkin of the Lowland would not have thrived as they do now. Thank you for the shoulder, Wayfinder. But I would like to be left to my thoughts for a while.
You okay, Pokey?
You know, I'm just fine. Is that okay? I feel like my core should be shaking. But if I'm being earnest with you, Wayfinder, I'm fine. Really, I've got a lot of questions, but fearful I am not. My own world is just very small all of a sudden. And in the best way. There's so much more world to see. I want to see Sorrow's world, your world. I want to hear stories. I want to know more about magic. I want to see Tyria. I just need to make sure Pa's okay, you know? I was born when the world started changing. He's always lived in the wilds.
I've heard that tale from Ashmakers my entire life.
I'm sorry. I never meant to deceive you. I'm put into a lot of situations like that.
Blame you I cannot. You are just another leaf caught in the runoff. However, I don't think I can join your alliance. Not right now. It's not for fear of you. Your alliance has been generous. Most of the Astral Ward as well. Our world expanded with such velocity. I fear what may happen if the tides spill past the shore.
I understand. And regardless of your place in the Alliance, that won't stop us from helping you or the Bearkin.
You are a considerate diplomat, despite my rumblings. There are worse examples for my son to follow.
Are you headed back to the Grove, then?
As much as I'd like to stay here with the Bearkin, yes, I should. I need to be with Mother. Mind you, I certainly don't regret coming. The Bearkin are safer now, and that brings me joy. I'm sad to leave. But if Mother were to worsen, well, this is not where I'm most needed.
Hopefully her cure is just over the horizon.
I hope so. Time will tell.
I bet you're eager to get back to the office.
You know it. We accomplished a lot here. I also shook off some dust that desperately needed shaking. Been an Imperator for a while, but after Bangar, gotta admit, I was rattled. Needed to find my own wilderness again. This was good for that. I got back out into the field, got my paws nice and muddy. Didn't see the whole Titan thing coming. Almost a little poetic, yeah?
Did you find your wilderness, then?
The best thing about finding one's wilderness is that you're not really supposed to. Instead, you find comfort in not knowing. I don't want to be Connor. Too much wilderness. I'm ready to return to Ash, but I need to be in the field, too.
Just one more confirmation of how great I am.
You there! Want to try your paws at one of the most acclaimed Journeykin courses in all the wilds?
Was that really your best? I'll make a note not to rely on you for things in the future. Will you join me in my hunt?
you go then. Let's see how you do against Force
Vast
You really
Hunting
seem
master. You seek a fall. Join me in my hunt.
You look like a pretty experienced rider. How about you show me your skills? Come to bask in the glow of nature's beauty.
Wait, thank the spirits. You found your way to that healthiest spot in town. Steeped in sulfurous mineral healing properties abound. Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved circulation. Go on for days, but I'm Hey, an offer for you, mister. Lend me a hand and you're free to use the hot spring whenever